Welcome back, Guardians. My name is Samlab, and today, I'm talking about sunsetting Destiny lore on the channel. For the last 6, almost 7 years, I have dedicated myself to crafting what I felt were some of the best Destiny lore videos ever made. However, YouTube algorithm doesn't agree. Why am I not going to be making Destiny lore videos ever again? 2 reasons. One, I'm tired of making lore videos that feel like they don't really get anywhere. They don't progress anywhere. They go up, they enter the algorithm, and no matter what I do, they still remain at the bottom of the list. I'm tired of that. There used to be a time where I would upload a video and it would do really well. That has not happened for several years. But I'm really grateful for all the help I've received over the years with Destiny lore. There are a few people who have really shouted me out and always recommended me whenever Destiny lore is mentioned. And to those people, I say thank you. And this last year has been crazy. So many things have changed. So I've changed. It's taken me 10 and a half months to heal from being in a 6-month relationship, maybe even a little bit more than 6 months. When somebody actively doesn't choose you in any way whatsoever, you have to pick up the pieces from there because it feels like a rejection. And if you're neurodivergent, specifically ADHD, which is one of my diagnoses because I'm also dyslexic and autistic, but ADHD people will know that if a regular person's emotion is a level 5, then a neurodivergent person's emotions can potentially be a level 100. And that level 100 is something that I've had to live with, masking and pretending that it's not level 100, when in reality it is. But one of the other things that is important to me is just being able to have the time to cook. And YouTube and Destiny lore do not allow me to cook in the way that I need to, and in a way that as a creator supports my creative process. YouTube does not support my creative process. YouTube strains my creative process and demands that in order for anything I produce to be seen, it needs to be trending, and I need to do it fast, and I don't want to be a part of that. I will still make lore videos, they're just not going to be Destiny lore videos. And so one of the series that I'm going to be sticking with is Soulframe. I might do Warframe lore videos, because one of the things that I've noticed about Warframe lore videos is there are a lot of videos, but they're so like, doesn't feel like they have structure. So if I continue making Warframe lore videos, because I already have one Warframe lore video that actually does really well. In fact, my Soulframe and Loreframe videos generally do better than any Destiny lore video that I've done, apart from the 2 videos I have that hit like 15k, but that was only because of the time we were in and the relevance. And once again, I raced and burned myself out to produce a 35-minute long lore video about Ahamkara. I love the Ahamkara and I love the Knight, and I have multiple videos that I had scripted that will never see the light of day. I might turn them into articles if people are interested in reading, but I am a writer fundamentally, and that ties into so many other things in my life that I'm passionate about that I had buried away, because I'm also a musician, and so I write songs. And so a lot of my writing came from me writing stories as a kid, and it morphed into other things. I'm also a super visual person, which is why I did graphics design in college, and that's what I studied and have a degree in. So everything I've ever made, I've made it. Nobody helped me make it. None of the videos, none of the audio editing, everything that goes into my YouTube video, into my YouTube channel, all the skills come from me. I've never paid anybody to do a single thing. One, because I can't afford it, and two, because I'll end up telling them to do something that ultimately I can make unless it's outside of my scope. And I don't say that to boast, it's just because I'm self-taught, and that's a whole nother story for another day. But yeah, not hiding away from who I truly am is a massive part of what this year's been about, and so those are the shifts that I'm making, which means I'm going to be focusing more on writing. Where can you read my writing? I have a blog, so I will leave that link in the description for those who are interested and enjoy reading. I have a few Destiny articles on there, which have kind of done well. A lot of my Destiny lore articles actually do better on, what's that website called? Medium.com. And that's because Medium has a really good SEO, so it doesn't matter what I write, if I write it well, it ends up ranking super high in Google, and I've done that multiple times, so I know that I can do it. And it lasts forever with that topic. I'm at the top of the list. Unlike YouTube, if I do a video, somebody else, many other people have done videos. And it's not that the same thing doesn't happen with articles, but the difference with articles is if you are really authoritative and you know your stuff, YouTube will put you at the top. Do I make money from it? Absolutely not. Have I made money from YouTube? No, I have not. And I am close to 40. I turned 38 this year, y'all. And in October. And I don't see myself spending the rest of my life now making YouTube videos about Destiny lore, especially if it's not paying me. I love doing it because people enjoy them, but that's a lot of investment for what is essentially a hobby that could be my 9 to 5, and I'm just not blessed to have that as my 9 to 5. I did the whole thing of going full time with YouTube, and it didn't work out for me in the same way. And it's impossible to have your work seen in Destiny lore if your name is not synonymous with Destiny lore. So I'm not really gonna go into the whole competition between content creators. I'm just like, I'm tired of it. And everybody who's asked me that I've told this, that I'm like, I'm no longer making Destiny lore, they're like, why? I'm like, this is why. So yeah, thank you so much to all of you. YouTube is staying, it's just not front line anymore, and that has to just be the way that it is. And it is bittersweet, because it's not that I didn't enjoy doing Destiny lore, but I think this really kicked off for me when the state of Destiny started eating away at my passion for the game and how it's managed. And when the bad outweighs so much good, it starts to make you think. Of course, I got perspective and I talked to people about stuff, but it's very interesting too, because a lot of the people that I speak to, Destiny is not their daily grind anymore, not in the way that it used to. So that, I think, speaks much to the state of where Destiny's at. And like, I was looking at the Steam charts recently, and I was like, wow, you know, peak levels are low peak levels. And that's not to say that Renegades didn't have quality, but for me there was a lot I felt Renegades just didn't. You all saw my reviews, so I don't need to repeat myself, but there wasn't as big a spark for me there as maybe even Edge of Fate or Final Shape. And that's interesting as a lore content creator. So I'm not jumping ship because it's gotten hard. It just so happens that like the two coincide, and I think that this is something that I had been thinking about for a long time already. And so here we are. Thank you so much for being with me on this part of the journey. We're still heading to places. What am I doing next? Like I said, I will be covering Soulframe Lore, I will be writing a 4-part book series, an anthology essentially, is what I'm hoping to do. I'm hoping to do my own Tolkien series in that sense. 4 books telling a pretty big story. So world building for my own book has been quite an interesting challenge. And yesterday, I literally felt like my brain was fizzling out. I had to take a break and play a game that would just help me to relax and just chill for the rest of the evening. But I've been cooking. I've written 3 chapters, okay, in the space of not even a week. So I'm really excited for how this is shaping up. I have a couple of other projects as well that I'm writing, and it's really funny because a lot of authors say don't write multiple books at once. And I'm always like, did that advice come from an author who's neurodivergent? Because trust me, if you are neurodivergent, you have multiple projects slowly percolating at once, and I love it. There's nothing greater, because for me, in a way, it does the opposite. It limits burnout because I always have something fresh to go into when something else begins to wane, or like my attention level. Anyway, it's a whole different video for another time. But yeah, look out for those. Again, link to my blog is in the description. Go ahead and subscribe. And there's some posts on there. I haven't written a new post on there at the moment because I'm getting things together. But when I have a more concrete stuff to say, then I will blog something fresh. But yeah, for now, that's going to be it. If you enjoyed this video and you've enjoyed all my videos that were Destiny Lore in the past, definitely leave a like and a comment in the comment section down below. Subscribe, hit the bell to find out when my next lore video goes live. Remember that no matter what you're facing at this moment in time, you can do all things. Stay safe and Godspeed.